Hello, good morning and welcome to Friday Live, everyone. It's Ashley Hay, of course, mixed media artist, and today I am super excited to have on with me a special guest, Nicole Frankwitz of Three Hearts Art Studio in Mandurah, WA. So I'm going to bring Nicole on and we are going to have a chat to her about her art studio there, and we're going to have a look around today and hear about all the different things that she's got coming up. So Nicole, welcome to you, and so excited to have you on the show today and be having a chat with you and seeing your gorgeous artwork there.
Hi Ashley, and hi everyone.
So Nicole, you actually, I know we have spoken so much. We have known each other for quite a long time now, and I just have so enjoyed seeing your art journey and seeing you blossom over the last year. It's very, very exciting what is happening in your world with your art. So do you just want to say a little bit about your vision of bringing colour to the world?
Okay, well, I am known as a very vivacious person, and I love to share the sparkle in life with everyone. And art, what a perfect way to spread the sparkle. I love to inspire people. I love to share nature. I love to get people out of their boxes and help them to see that that we don't need to listen to that inner critic, and we just need to just enjoy life and smell the roses and feel the sunshine. And the other thing that is fantastic about all of that is I love art, and art is incredibly healing and incredibly easy when you allow yourself to let yourself go.
Perfect, perfect. So if someone, because I know that you call yourself a mindfulness artist, so, and I know that that is very important to your identity and what you do, and it grounds you in everything that you do, and it is your big why, which is why today, of course, we have called it Mindfulness Art with Ashley and Nicole, and of course you use Powertex in your work. But what does it mean? So if you could explain just to people what it means to actually be a mindfulness artist, and what you try and communicate and give to people in your workshops as a mindfulness artist.
Okay, so what we love to do at our Three Hearts Art Studio workshops is to literally ground ourselves, to take some deep breaths, to drop our shoulders, to create a beautiful environment, to choose the colours that we love and see what inspires us to just break free and set ourselves up for a limitless imagination and expression on the canvas or on the board or wherever we're going to be doing our art. It's really important to have me time and self-care. A lot of us don't do it. And by coming in and doing some mindfulness art, it's helping to encourage us to connect to ourselves, to connect to other people, connect to like-minded people, and just to get into a space that's healthy and freeing and really happy and joyful.
Perfect. That just sounds absolutely amazing. And I know you, like I say, very well. And so I know that when people come to your workshops that they can expect an absolutely amazing experience with you there. So did you want to just show us maybe some of the things that people can expect to do when they come to a mindfulness art workshop? And maybe just take us for a little wander around your studio space there. So just before we go, Nicole does work from her home studio, and she always makes sure that it's set up to welcome people. And you can see today the amazing setup that she's got here in her home studio. So let's take a little walk around, Nicole, and maybe just show us the sort of thing that they might do in a mindfulness workshop as well.
Absolutely. When I do my mindfulness workshops, I try and create workshops that make us slow down, not to have too much lineal and intricate work, but more repetitive work that helps us to really slow it down and enjoy the process. Some people find at the start that it's monotonous. However, the trick is to get that negative talk out of your head and just come into the experience you've come to create. So let's just slow it down and do our dot work, do our stenciling, do our shading, and just really enjoy the process of creating art. This over here is one of the ones that we do in one of the mindfulness sessions. It's inspired by the wheat belt canola fields. I teach how to work in layers, which also helps to bring us back to the layers in our life. How much history is in a piece of art helps us to reflect on how much history is in our life and how each layer creates the beautiful final project.
I love that. I love that.
Thank you. This is lots and lots of dots. And I find people start by saying, oh, is this ever going to end? And I say, it can end when you want it to end. However, the more you do, the more detail will be in there. So just go with the flow, stand back, have a look, relax, and enjoy the process. And they all come out with an amazing piece.
Nicole, just before you go on, I think your mic is just touching your lovely necklace there. So it's kind of clicking against it. So if you can just move that up. And
is that better?
Yeah, beautiful. It looks better too.
Okay.
Looks great. That's better. It was just clicking, and it might disrupt people and they might not be able to hear you. And I just love what you're saying. So I love the idea of creating layers that actually are speaking to a person's history. And so what you're really saying is that through the artwork, they almost get into a meditative state. So they're focusing on just the dots or just a layer and allowing themselves to just really relax and enjoy the process.
That's exactly it. Down here we have some of the beautiful bottle art that is amazing to create with Powertex. And I've also created some leaves and some flowers from Powertex. We've got a few there. Over here is another piece of art that we do in the workshops. Once again, the same process, lots of different layers, and just slowing down and really enjoying it. Here we have
Nicole, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you, but I know that you're going to be going out to Pingelly, and you're going to be having a pop-up studio out there. And so is any of this artwork that you're showing us now, is any of that sort of related to what you're going to be doing out there?
Well, people are going to be able to come in, literally just walk in any afternoon while I'm out there and just sit down and create with me, so they can just choose what they want to do. It will be a lot of intuitive work and, just see where it leads. So they will be able to be with me between 12 and 5 while the pop-up studio is open every day. And they can just come in and choose what they want to do. So they can come in and have a look at what is on display and go with the flow of what they're feeling at that present moment. And I will be there to guide and lead them. But really, it's all about just working with your intuition and really just going with the flow and seeing what happens. And I always say, one of the things that I love to say to people is, if you have a piece of art that you don't enjoy, that you don't like, it's okay, because it's only paint, so you can paint over it, or you can flip the board and start again.
Perfect.
So, you see, people have been practicing on this one. I'm not precious with my art. If people want to get on there and play around with my art as well, they're more than welcome to, because I just want people to feel free with their art and creativity.
Awesome. So I'm just going to put some information up about that, Nicole.
Sure.
So the pop-up art studio is basically, like Nicole has said, you can actually go in and paint along with her while she's there. So she's going to be based at the Pingelly Exchange Tavern, and you're welcome to go in there from 12 to 5 o'clock from Monday the 11th to Sunday 17th of July. Of course, if you're watching this, it may be past that date, but these are the sorts of things that Nicole can do and is
Correct.
very, very excited about doing. So Nicole, that's a perfect segue into talking about art on the road, and the fact that not only are you a mindfulness artist and very conscious around bringing joy and creativity to people, and of course, I think in relation to that too is, you know, people don't need to be an artist to do your workshops, do they?
No, definitely not. A lot of people come in, they say, I couldn't draw a stick figure, or this is going to be awful. And the first thing I say to them is that we're going to leave those negative thoughts outside, and we're going to come in and enjoy what we've come here to do. Leave the inner critic outside and just play and just be like children. I also say that when children come to an art table, they just get in and they play, and that's what I really encourage as well. There's no mistakes, there's only learning, and yeah, just have fun, just have fun. Life is meant to be fun. Life is meant to be enjoyed. So when we come in and we're coming to something that we're really looking forward to, we've paid to do, let's just have fun.
I love that, and I love the idea of leaving the inner critic outside of the door. And I think for people listening, Nicole, that is a fantastic message to take into their creativity for the weekend. So if you guys get nothing else out of this, which I'm sure you'll get loads, you know, just really take that on board, because we can be so tough on ourselves, can't we, Nicole?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think that a lot of artists' workshops have the same experience. They have a lot of negative talk. They have a lot of people talk nitter-natter to each other, and they have a lot of negative vibes going around. I'm really intentional in my workshops to make it very clear that there's no space for negativity. We do a lot of breath work. We do a lot of dropping our shoulders. We do a lot of incense or essential oils. We always have candles. We have flowers around, and we just create a beautiful environment so that it helps us to feel joy. And I also encourage people to do that at home as well. Create a simple, beautiful environment so that it reminds us to enjoy life.
Absolutely. And I know that, you know, we've talked about this, that it's so important to get up every day expecting the possibility of what's going to happen in the day. It's so easy to get caught up in the busyness of life and to forget that our days are precious, and art can be such a wonderful reminder of that, can't it?
So true. And if we come over here, we have some other...
Just before we do move, I'll just say that we've got some people saying that they love, you know, leaving the inner critic outside the door. So that's Natalie from Bag End Studio. So if you are connecting with Nicole and you're relating to what she's saying, please do leave a comment, because it means so much to us to hear back from you guys and to hear, you know, how we are impacting you as well through talking about art and sharing what we're doing. So other people, Nicole, are saying, yay, so cool, 3 Hearts Art Studio, go you. And then we've just got a few people joining us and saying hello. So please drop in a comment if you're watching, and make sure that you are letting us know if you're loving what we're talking about, because like I say, it does mean so much. So
absolutely.
Yeah, what are we looking at next, Nicole?
So the next things we're doing is, I love mixed media. I love abstract and mixed media. If I can paint something, I'll paint it. I have all sorts of things painted around the house, but I'm going to show you a couple of our other workshops. One of the things that we love to create is recycled art. And this is it's literally all recycled pieces. We have pieces of cardboard, twigs, we have old skewers, we have some kitchen paper and some packing paper. And it just goes to show what how old things can be made to look beautiful. New life.
Absolutely. And I think, this is very relevant, isn't it, to society today? We're such a throwaway society.
Absolutely.
And so if we can bring recycled elements into our artwork and repurpose it and give it new life, and it is so fantastic. And that's where Powertex Art Supplies are so fantastic, aren't they?
Definitely. Powertex is the bomb. It's versatile. It's just amazing. It's versatile. It's very forgiving. It's easy to use, and it's environmentally friendly. It's just amazing. And you can create all sorts of things with it. We have lots of works in progress here. We have our seahorse. We have our little combi that Claire had as well.
Awesome.
Over here we have our triptych that everyone loves to do. This is another very popular Powertex workshop, Powertex Australia workshop. And once again, it's mixed media and it's all about layers.
Absolutely.
So we love layers.
I love the way that you join your triptychs together. So it's just a very simple MDF piece of wood on the back there that just links them all together. So for people who don't want to frame their work and spend the money on the frame, that's a perfect solution, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely ingenious, Nicole.
So back over here, we have another one of our I forgot the word for it. The wheat belt, the canola fields. That's what it is. The canola fields.
Out there, right?
No, it just completely slipped. But this is another one. So once again, it's the same but very different, and it's worked on boards as well. So we love working on boards. And if you'd like to
out at
follow
Mandurah, there's so many canola fields.
Absolutely.
When it's in the right season, which of course will be coming up sort of September-ish. Is that correct? Around about September?
Exactly, October, September, October. I do a lot of retreats out in Pindgilly at the beautiful old Exchange Tavern, and that's where we like to do the Canola Fields abstract mindfulness retreat, and it's just superb. It's an incredible location. So keep your eye out for the retreats out there. Once again, we have...
Just before you go on, I'd like to just give you some feedback, because we've got some lovely comments. And so someone's just saying that she loves both of our work, which is very nice. Thank you. And love the idea of your workshops, Nicole. Your home studio is gorgeous, and loves the mindfulness. So yeah, absolutely. Nicole is amazing. And I think, for me, Nicole, what I love about you is I love the fact that you go the extra mile to make people feel really comfortable. You're an amazing hostess, and you're very intentional with the little things. And it's those little things that really, speak to people, I think. So I'm thinking of things like making sure that you've got everything set up beautifully and you're very welcoming in everything that you do. So
thank you. Yeah, well, when you love what you do, it's easy to do it, isn't it?
That's exactly right. And so
Yeah.
expect some little unexpected things when you go along to Nicole's workshops, because she'll
Yep.
bring out things like things that smell and touch and feel good. And even, like, I know, Nicole, sometimes you put like a little flower on the table, and I know you're very, very, very intentional about your coffee area, and
Yes.
just really making people feel special and that they're taking that time out for themselves, which,
Exactly.
you know, is just so great. So I think, you
Little
know,
bit of
that
self-care.
is absolutely, and I just think that is where you just absolutely shine.
Thank you, Ashley. That's very nice. So behind us, we have more triptychs, because we love our triptychs. And we also have more artwork just on boards with Powertex. And these are,
that looks great.
Thank you. These are the stencils that you can get through Powertex, and you use the stencils and the flex, 3D flex, and it just makes amazing textures. Over here, we have another one. You can see the texture here, and that's with the 3D flex and the stencils. And of course, the stencils here as well, just painted on. But truly, the Powertex is remarkable to work with. Everyone is happy with what they do. And here is another one, the triptych. And you can just see the versatility of it, because we've got lots of different pieces and they all look very different, but they're all using the same mediums.
I really love those pieces, Nicole, that you were just showing us with the layers and the stenciling. So there's many layers and depth of layers in that, and they are just beautiful. So I love the way that you're putting the shapes and the arrangement of those and the composition, and it just feels really cohesive.
I just want to show you this as well, because this is actually with fabric hardener. So this is a tree of life, and I have put the flowers, I've dipped the flowers in fabric hardener, which is the Powertex Ultimate Medium, and it's all gone hard, as you would expect, and it's stuck on forever, and it's archival, and it will literally last forever. But that's how versatile the Powertex is. It's not just paint, it's a fabric hardener, and it's an adhesive, and that's why we love it.
Awesome. So Natalie is just asking, she's just saying, do you attach your backing on the triptychs with nails or just Powertex?
We put screws in.
Yes. Yeah. So really easy to do. Now, I'm sure her next question will be, so you do that before or after you've done the artwork?
We set it up before, and then we take it all apart, we do the artwork, and then everything is set up so that it can go on easily without destroying any of the artwork on the front.
Awesome. And you do that, I know you do that on the same day of the workshop. So how do you get around that in terms of drying?
Well, we actually, my husband and I actually prepared that the day before, so that everything is kind of all ready and set up to go. Like you said, we do try and go the little bit extra so that everything is really smooth and everything is really enjoyable. And we've never had any problems with messing up any of the front artwork because it's not dry enough. So it seems to be working.
Awesome. Now, Andy is watching as well, and he says he loves your workshops, very inspiring. So isn't it wonderful to have the support of your partner? So great.
Absolutely. He's amazing.
Now, I know, Nicole, that as well as, the pop-up studio at Pindgelly, you're also going to be doing some paint and sip getaways. Did you want to say a little bit about that? So I know on the Saturday, the 16th of July, you've got a paint and sip at Pindgelly for people to be able to join in.
Correct. So Pingelly Exchange Tavern is a heritage building. It's absolutely stunning. Everyone adores it. And we set up downstairs in the little pop-up shop. It's a gorgeous old shop that's been used in the past as a barber's and as a lolly shop and as an op shop and all sorts of different things. It's empty now, so you can actually go and hire it. It's just the most amazing experience. And it's next to the tavern. So you come along on the weekend, come along for Friday and Saturday night. You pay your B&B accommodation through Airbnb with the Exchange Tavern in Pingelly, and you message me. The workshop is $150 for the whole afternoon.
I'll put up the details on the screen there, Nicole, sure, so that people can see that, and just tell us about that.
So it's $150 for the whole afternoon. Because we're next to the tavern, you can run into the tavern and you can buy your bottle of wine and get your glass, bring it back next door to the pop-up studio, and then you can have you can paint and sip, and then at the end of the day you can go back into the tavern and have a beautiful meal in front of the fireplace, and then you can go upstairs and relax in the upstairs lounge, or you can go and have an early night, or you can just hang around or do whatever you like. It's a very beautiful place.
And what will people be doing during the paint and sip? So what artwork can they expect that they might get to do?
Well, they can do whatever they like. This is an intuitive one, so they can actually create this if they like.
Wow.
Or they can go and create one of these.
Cool.
We won't have time to do the triptych, but maybe they might like to do something like this, which is an abstract. One of these styles.
That's awesome, Nicole. So basically what you're saying is that you'll show a few layers and then they can play with those layers, and you'll show them how to kind of pull the composition together as well.
Absolutely. So the whole idea is to come in, relax, have fun, and learn that you can actually create, and you can create in a fun, non-stressed way.
Awesome. Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
So now I know that you have a very real vision for going out to country areas, and of course Pingelly is just one example of what you're going to be doing. And we're going to catch up in a couple of weeks, and we're going to come out and see Nicole in Pingelly as well in a few weeks. On the 15th of July we'll be there, and she'll actually show us some of what's going on. So that's going to be exciting, Nicole.
I can't wait.
And the other thing for people listening is, if you are in country WA or around Australia somewhere and you want Nicole to visit your town in her bongo bus, that her and Andy have created this amazing art space in the bongo bus. Nicole is a road trip artist, so you can actually contact Nicole. You can talk to her about coming to your town to do a mindfulness workshop or a paint and sip with you guys, where it's all about relaxing and finding your grounding and really finding your art mojo. So learn to create with Nicole. She's on the road, so contact her, and your contact details, Nicole, are actually in the description as well, so people can get in touch with you. And of course you're on Facebook at 3 Hearts Studio, and all your other links, like to your website and all of those, are actually in the description for people too, so they can easily connect with you.
Fantastic. I'm excited to hear from people, new people.
Yeah. Absolutely. So let's just check the comments. So I'm just having a quick look and seeing what people are saying. So if you have got a comment or have got a question, now is the time to drop it in. So Robin's just saying about the paint and sip. Does your heart get better after the sipping? Absolutely, I'd say.
Well, people seem to have a lot of fun, and yeah, it's just a really great experience. It's just a fun time.
And it must be fun being on the road too, Nicole. I know that you just have such a passion for it. And of course, we'll be talking more in a couple of weeks, and then we'll be talking again later on in the year. So there'll be plenty of time to check in with you. But you know, it's just so great what you're doing, and I just love it, and I love your artwork, and I love you, and you know, it's just so exciting, so inspiring to see how far you've come in the last year. Like, you have just skyrocketed with your vision, and you have embraced things and taken so much action. And you know, last year it was just a dream to go on the road with your art, and now it's become a reality. So, you know, absolutely amazing.
Well, Ashley, a lot of it's got to do with you. So thank you very much. You know how much I appreciate you already, but I'd just like to tell everyone that, yeah, Ashley has been an incredible mentor and teacher for me. And if you are looking for any help with your art or your business, she's the person to go to. I did a business course last year with her, and she really taught me to take action, make plans, and make things happen. And yeah, call to action all the time. And I have been, and things have really, really taken off. This time last year, the road tripping was just a dream, and we're doing it now. I've just been down to Bridgetown and all the down south. Yeah, Donnelly River Village and all sorts of places down there. I've done 3 workshops with the homeschool kids, and it was so much fun. I just enjoyed every minute of it. And 7 days flew by, and all the kids, they were amazing. So yeah, next road trip is out for a paint and sip and an open studio, and then we've got lots more planned for the rest of the year. So
absolutely,
really
I'm
exciting.
Just super excited for you, Nicole, and thanks for the shout out. It's been absolutely wonderful, you know, a privilege to be working with you and just sharing the vision and seeing you take it into action. So absolutely brilliant. So Natalie, I've just got to share this because Natalie's saying that she wants to be a road trip artist when she grows up too.
Yay, do it, you can.
And she's saying, what a great idea. So absolutely. So we're living the dream, sharing the dream.
Absolutely.
And I think a lot of it is about seeing the possibility, sort of being open to opportunity and sharing possibility, and really having a vision, you know, that you don't have to buy into that myth of the starving artist, and that you can smash that out the window and create your own reality, your own narrative around your artwork. So I'm just so thrilled for you. Love everything that you're doing.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Someone else is just saying that they're originally from Lake Grace, and so nice to be seeing things going to country towns. So
yeah, absolutely.
Lake Grace is a beautiful place, Nicole. That would be a great spot to visit. So if you're listening,
I can put that on the list.
Grace, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I know
definitely.
there's a huge art community there in Lake Grace. It's absolutely amazing. I'm trying to think of the name of people I know. It escapes me at the moment, but I'll talk to you about it later because there's some amazing people there. So incredible artists.
Yeah, so, we're definitely planning on heading down to Albany, up to Kununurra, Exmouth. We're planning on going out to Kalgoorlie. This is we're locking workshops in for the rest of the year, and once we get to into a few months' time, we'll start planning for next year's workshop. So let me know if you want me to come out, because I'm keen.
And I know you're booking up very quickly too, Nicole. So I know you're already scheduling 6 months in advance. So if you are interested in having Nicole come to your town, contact her as soon as possible, even if it is for a time slot for next year. So because she's onto it, she's scheduling everything in and making it all happen. So
yeah.
I'm just going to bring up the screen there, Nicole. So we're just showing that you're a mindfulness road trip artist, and you know that you can join Nicole, and your contacts are on there. And of course, you're available for homeschool groups, paint and sips, retreats, parties, schools. So you have a lot going on, and I know you've got so much vision for it. So it's been wonderful catching up with you today. I'm sure everyone has loved it. And I think for me, the takeaway to leave with everyone for a weekend of creativity is leave your inner critic outside the door and get in and play with your artwork, and don't worry about what you're telling yourself. So yeah, so go into the weekend with that thought, and we will leave you in that happy space. Next week, I actually have the wonderful privilege of having Jan O'Meara join me next week from Ginger's Wire Sculptures, and she has some exciting artwork to show you that is really she has so much ingenuity with how she uses Powertex in her artwork, and she combines it with her incredible metal sculptures. Now, Jan has, I better not say too much, but she has actually entered pieces into Castaways. We'll be talking about all of this next week. So I'm super excited to have Jan on the show next week. And Nicole, I know you'll be watching that next week as well.
Absolutely.
So her artwork is brilliant. So you're in for a treat next week too. It's been absolutely wonderful having you on this week, Nicole.
Thank you, Ashley.
Just a little bit of news about what's happening. I've got a little bit of news. I'm going to be doing a new art talk show on the radio starting. I'll be starting this Sunday. It has actually been going for a couple of weeks. So it's on IPL radio from Rockingham. You do join online. Let me just see if I can find it. There's the link for you guys. So if you want to listen in, it's between 2 and 4 on Sundays. You can listen in from anywhere in the world, and I'll be on this Sunday and then every Sunday fortnight. So this week we're just going to introduce what the show's about. And of course, it's just having a yarn about art and music, and we'll be interviewing artists and musicians and giving you the heads up on exhibitions and gigs. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm quite excited about it.
Me too. Can't wait to hear it.
So connect with us on Facebook, share your artwork. We'd love to see what you do this weekend. And of course, learn more about Powertex by going to the Powertex website. And from Nicole and I, we just wish you a very awesome, mindful,
happy weekend, relaxing,
absolutely positive, and let's leave that inner critic outside of the door. So see you everyone. See you for next Friday.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.